before we
Yep, that'll be the next step.
I think we need to have transparency in this, because his main regret was that this got out in the public and wasn't supposed to.
I think after
and that's wrong.
we get our legislators upset about this document, we can talk to them about what we can do to make this a transparent. Now, in Champaign or Vienna, Illinois, they just got transparency in government passed through, much to their mayor's dismay. She was very
liberal
upset.
there.
So we should probably talk to them and see what they did, what avenues they took to make that happen, and we can stimulate it here.
I would say legal channels would be an obvious start. I would say going to our public officials, get legislation introduced.
Yep.
Would be a good start. I mean, obviously they're using this stuff to try and protect the safety of the officers, and I don't disagree with that. But when it's written like this, if it's written like this, then we need to know about it, and we need to act on it. We need to put a stop to it. Obviously, this document is very communistic. It's not anything that should be in America. You know, I don't think anybody here disagrees with that.
Is the right place over there?
Yeah, we're just waiting for someone to...
I'm assuming that you are here because of the Modern Militia Movement.
Okay,
All right.
it's fine.
You are?
Right here.
Nice to meet you, Ray.
Kent Handel.
Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Kent.
meet you.
And you?
Elaine Hiram.
Elaine?
Catherine Blanche.
Catherine Blake. I'm Sergeant Clark. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Criminal Division. And the Criminal Division encompasses the MIAC. So, I apologize for the lawn mowing, but obviously you all have some concerns, and I'll try to address those. But I assure you that this document, for whatever reason, has been blown way out of proportion. And I'm not expecting to change your mind on the document. I'm not expecting you necessarily to understand by the reason this document was pulled out, but I'm certainly here to try to help you understand everything and the reasons that things like this were put out.
Yeah, we understand it wasn't intended for us, but the fact that we got to see it is pretty disconcerting. What we did get to see, you know. So.
Okay. I think the reason we're here mainly is we're here to request information. Under the Sunshine Law, we got a letter requesting information, and it's
I want to know who's responsible.
I will.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now who is responsible for this. This is responsibility of the Missouri Information Analysis Center, which is the Missouri Highway Patrol.
Right.
And we put that document out. And we absolutely stand behind every bit of that document.
Sure.
Okay? That document is intended for, it's not necessarily intended to be excluded from public viewing, but it's no different than when we put a training bulletin out for burglary or sex crimes or whatever topic that law enforcement need to be trained on. You understand? So, obviously, when we produce a document, the MIAC specifically, and it is generated for training or trends or knowledge, intelligence, or whatever, we don't put it out to the public because we're trying to hide things from the public. We're putting that out there for officer safety reasons on things that exist regardless of what type of crime or nature. And that is the context of this. The document isn't targeting anybody, and I know that there's a lot of speculation that if you have a wrong call sticker or whatever of these things that you're a terrorist. The document absolutely doesn't say that.
It absolutely does.
No. Okay. All right. Here's what it says, and I'm going to break that down for you. Okay.
I understand that. What is
Okay. Yeah. No. It doesn't say that in there. This is where it's going to say, and then we're all going to read it down, and then we'll break it down by specific sentence. Okay.
Sure.
And if you take this literally, and if you inject more things in there than is what is specific, then you're adding to the document and not its intent. Okay? And I can't help it if you inject things in there.
I think
like I said,
I think we understand exactly what it says, but I don't think that we stand by it saying it says that these folks are terrorists. Our concern is the unintended consequences within the psyche of law enforcement officials when they come upon people who do have
that is absolutely easily answered then. We might not even need to get into it.
I don't think we do.
I assure you, there isn't a law enforcement officer in this state, whether it's with the Highway Patrol or with the Sheriff's Department or whoever would have read this, is going to intend to target any group, political, regardless of what it is, because they have a bumper sticker or because they're affiliated with a political party or faction. It's not going to happen. That has never happened that I'm aware of, and that would be absolutely illegal to do.
It did in Germany.
I don't know about Germany. This is Missouri and not Germany. That's a different country. So I can't help
This
you for
is
that.
something that I would expect to see in Germany.
Okay.
Now,
All right, now let me finish reading this, okay? It says political paraphernalia, and that specifically means personal belongings. That's what paraphernalia means.
Right.
So that could be anything from